Hello everyone, welcome to the introduction to the Van Hemert System Book Volume 2. I always end with this link in my bumper and I thought, you know what, today I'm going to start with it and then you'll hear it again at the end. So thank you for buying the book and I really hope this is the first video you're watching because it is an important video. It was in my first book, but this time it's even more important because the concept of this book is, I'd say, well, maybe not revolutionary, but it is novel and I'm going to explain it. But before I do that, I want to make very clear that you have options with this book. You can pretty much ignore everything that I've done with the online integration and just use it exactly as you might have done with my first book, or if you don't have my first book, as you might do with a normal book. The only difference then maybe is that there is extensive video materials which you will have to watch to use the book. But let's say you skip all the online gaming integration in Discord and just use the book as is, then the only thing you have to do is scan the QR code in this book to get access to the videos, to get access to the backing tracks, and you'll have a complete experience without missing anything. Now, if you want the full experience and have this layer on top that I don't think you could get with any other book, then keep watching. And even if you don't intend to, you could still watch this video and make your decision after. So there's one big thing, or let's say important app that has integration with my book, and that app is called Discord. Maybe you've never heard of it. It was originally invented as a voice channel app so that people that were playing games together could still communicate through a app that was not associated with the game they were playing, because usually the voice options in those games were not very good. So then an app was created and you could just connect to that app or join the voice channel of someone else and you could talk to them. And over time, this app has grown into a very important app, not only for gaming, but also just as a communication app for people, not only with voice, but also just chatting, typing, sharing videos, sharing memes, sharing information, all kinds of things. And in my view, it is combining all the other social media apps in one, because you can pretty much share anything in Discord. This is mostly still used by gamers, and because I have been using it for a long time now, I was thinking, is there a way I could integrate the community feeling of Discord with the solo endeavor of trying to get better at jazz guitar? I'm not talking about going to a jam or a gig, but just at home practicing. That is kind of a lonely activity, and a lot of people give up because they don't have the feeling they are improving, or they're very frustrated and there's no one to help them, or they just don't feel like practicing. So I thought I should create an environment that is stimulating to practice. So what do you need for that? Well, the first thing is it's really nice to see other people practicing. So if you join my Discord, you can see who's online. You can actually see who are the other book owners, and you could maybe even see which chapter they are and what they are practicing. So that is the first thing. And the second thing is that I am a great believer in gamification of educational materials, which basically means that you're making the process of learning something into a game that is subdivided into smaller goals, like you could say quests. And every time you defeat a quest or finish a quest, that's a better way to say it, you unlock something. You gain experience points, or you get some kind of loot, right? Now, I have tried to mimic that in the Discord, but with jazz guitar. And I'm not going to explain it like this. I'm actually going to explain it while sharing my screen. But before I do that, I want to say again that you don't have to participate in it. The book is completely fine without it. In fact, you will get the same materials. You just miss out on this community aspect of, I would say, like a cooperative multiplayer game. I would call it that. It's like where you all try to defeat the same boss. In this case, it's like difficult exercises. And once you do, you unlock stuff. And the stuff you unlock might even change over time. Right now, it's a new level in the Discord, but it could also be maybe new videos that I might add over time. Like, you could say like DLC, like downloadable content. But that's for the future. Right now, I made the integration in Discord as easy to get into as possible. So I'm going to share my screen and walk you through the process of onboarding into the Discord and getting to the exclusive part for book owners and participating in the community aspect of it. So let's do that. Let's get acquainted with Discord from the beginning. And you should watch this video even if you are already acquainted with Discord, because I'm gonna go over how to use my Discord in combination with my book. Now, if you've never used Discord, you need to first click an invite that will invite you to my Discord. So you can find that under pretty much every recent YouTube video, but there's also a QR code in the book. And if you scan that or click on the link, then you will come to a page like this, and it will say something like, you're invited to Christian's Discord, and you have to confirm it. I don't see that because I'm already in my Discord, but the screen will look something like this, but the message here will be different. If you don't have the Discord app, you will be probably prompted to download it, or you can use it in the browser, but I would actually recommend using it in the app, either just on Windows or Mac or on your phone. All works great, because if you use it in the browser, there is some functionality missing, which is actually really useful. Now, if you enter my Discord for the first time, you will land on this page, which is called rules. And it's just the rules of the Discord. Every Discord has that. It's standard, and it will look something like this. It might look a little bit different. Maybe you won't see this, which is the members list. You can click it on and off right here. Oh, let me highlight my cursor so it's clear where my cursor is. So the member list on and off. Let's turn it off for now. And then here you can see some stuff. The top one is your DM. So if you're messaging with someone, maybe with me, then you can click here. If you see this and you don't see my Discord, you have to click on this photo of me. And that is also just the icon for my server. So now you're in my server, and it looks something like this. Maybe this will be not collapsed. Could be, right? Maybe it is collapsed. You can collapse it yourself or uncollapse it. So there is a couple of categories. There is the server stats, which are just the statistics of my server. So you can see right now there's 167 members, none of which own the book yet because it's not published. There's 5 VIPs, there's 2 pros, there's 1 maestro, and those are just different roles you can have in my Discord. Sometimes I refer to them as levels, but that's not the Discord term. The Discord term is roles. There's another role called owner, and that's only one person, that's me. But I'm not online now because I'm online with my alternate account. I'll talk about that more later. So there is a housekeeping section, and I publish new videos here. I announce things like Gizmo's Camp. There's a link to my backing tracks. There's a coaching section where I talk about my coaching. It's not relevant now. Now there's a chat section. This is publicly accessible for everyone. People that don't own my book can also access this. And this is a nice section. You can talk about lots of stuff. There's a general channel where people talk about music in general, music and life, something like that. There's a harmony section where you can talk about theory, chords, stuff like that. There's instruments where you can talk about, let's say, specifically guitar chat. There's genres, which is new. Nobody's talking there, but let's say you really want to talk about bluegrass. You can do that here, right here. Or you can talk about bebop, specifically there. Then there's a section where you can post your own videos. There's a section where you can post interesting finds on YouTube. There's an introduce yourself channel. There's a check your level channel. Now this may be nice to talk about this in relationship to the roles. So if you click here, you can see all the members. And as you notice, there are different colors. So here is, for example, purple and green and white. If you enter my Discord for the first time and you haven't done anything in your Discord, you'll be white. So right now, this account is called Christian Trying to Level. That's me. And I am white because I'm a new member. Now, if you start being very active in my Discord, you can gain levels or you can gain roles. So when you enter, you are just a regular. But if you are a book owner, you can get access to a special book section, which I will talk about very soon. And then you will actually be a new level and you will be called Van Hemert System book owner, something like that. I will show that. Now, if you are a regular member and you want to gain the VIP level, the maestro, you need to just talk to people, chat. And then if you want to know how far you are in the process, you can go to this channel called Check Your Level and you can just type /forward level. You choose the top one and you press enter. And then you can see your current level. Right now, my level is 0. And if you want to be a VIP, you have to be level 2 and you gain level by typing messages, and then you will gain XP. Right now I have 35 XP. But once I have 75, I will be level 1. And then once I'm, I think, 175, I'm level 2. There's already a maestro who's level 5, right? There's also a pro. As you can see, those are people that qualify for a pro role. If you have to know me, I have to have met you, and you have to be a gigging musician. So you might also qualify for that, and you can DM me. But now you want to get access to the special book section. For that to happen, you need to DM me. So just go back to the rules channel, find me. Well, I'm the only one here. You can't actually type here yourself. You can type in the general chat, right? You can type here, but you cannot type in the rules. Right click on my name, type message, and just send me a message. Say something like, I bought your book. Something like that, right? And then you press enter, and then I will get a notification on my phone, and I will contact you, and I will ask you for a screenshot of the PayPal payment. Because of course I need to know that you really bought my book, because I'm pretty sure this book will be copied illegally. You know, there's nothing I can do to stop it. That's all. I'm not trying to stop it. It happens a lot. Happened with my old book. No problem, that can happen. But if you want to get access to the special section on my Discord, you have to DM me and prove that you bought the book. So that is one way for me to kind of have an exclusive thing. So let's say you did that and I gave you access, then the Discord will look like this. And as you can see, there's a whole new section here called VHS Volume 2, Van Hamert System Volume 2, Sweats. And as you can see, I have a new role. I am now a VHS Volume 2 Sweat. And my name is Orange. And I'm above the regulars. In fact, you will be above the VIPs and the maestros even, because I will make that role more important. But I haven't done it yet. If you know what sweats means it's a gaming term. It means those are the people in competitive gaming that have reached a very high skill ceiling, or are at least trying to get there. So that is us, right? We are trying to get high skill in guitar playing. If you uncollapse this, so let me collapse this, then you will see a new category with a lot of channels. And there is a general channel where you can just talk about the book in general, or like random stuff. There is chapter discussion, so there's discussion per chapter. So let's say you are working on something in chapter 3 and you want to discuss that or ask me questions, you can do that here. And the funny thing is, of course, right now it's only me, but you will see a bunch of other people active in Discord, and you know they're practicing. So that's really great feeling that you're not alone practicing. But then there is the most important part. It's called resources. You will find these very attractive tiles that I made. Now, my Discord is full screen, but normally my Discord is not full screen. It looks more like this. So then you'll get 2 tiles next to each other. You can make it any size you want. But I usually have it in the way that I have 2 tiles. And now there is 6 tiles, and I'm going to go tile by tile because you have to know what each one does. Most important tile probably is book lesson videos. You click there, you come here, and then there's a link. You cannot type here, but you can click this link. If you click the link, the first time you'll get a message saying, oh, you are leaving Discord. Are you sure? And then you say yes. And then also check mark the message that says trust this domain, because the next time you won't get that message. So this will bring you immediately to all the videos that go with my book, at least all the lesson videos, not the backing tracks, but the lesson videos. Super handy, because now maybe you're working in chapter 4, you can immediately go to chapter 4 here. This is Christian from the future. While editing right now, I discovered I forgot something important that I think needs to be said. And that is that before you get to work with chapter 1.1, 1.2, I think it's important to get a sense of the whole book. So of course you can read ahead, and you should do that. Look a little bit at what I write about the different phrases, the different licks. But what you could also do is take a look at some of the 0.2 videos. So 1.2, 2.2, 3.2. Because in those videos I talk more about the phrases in an artistic way, so to say, or you get more of a sense of what the phrases sound like. Like the 1.1 videos, point one, they're technical walkthroughs of the phrases. So you can hear them. They're good videos, but it is made for you to learn the phrases. Especially when you get to 2.2 and 3.2, the videos have more of a flow. They are shorter. As you can see, like 2.2, it's 13, 14 minutes. 4.2 is 20 minutes, and 5.2 is 10 minutes. They get shorter and shorter because I have to explain less and less. So you can see that the first 0.2 video is almost 40 minutes. So take that into account, that the first two videos are very long because I need to explain the procedures. Just read through the book, look a little bit at the links, maybe watch parts of the 0.2 videos to get more of a sense. And if you click on a video, hello everyone, there's chapters, and you can look at the chapters, and I'm going to explain more about that in the rest of the video. So let's get back to Christian in the past and see what he has to say about all of this. Let's talk about a little bit what you see when you click a video. So there's just the video, and then on the right you will still see the playlist with all the other videos, but there's also this very important feature, which are the chapters in the video, because there's so much stuff in the videos that it would be a shame if you cannot search for specific things. So maybe you want to search in this video for specific things that I keep in my head while doing the exercise, right? There's a chapter there, right? So you can click there and then it will start there. So that's very handy. In fact, this will bring me to the next tile in the Discord, which is the video index. Video index is just indexing every chapter of all the YouTube videos. So let's say you want to know what I said about timing. You can search in the Discord. That's a very handy function. I'll make it full screen. Now, don't search here. That won't give you any results. You have to search here on the top right. If you're on the phone, you actually have to move your cursor or highlight to general to do that, to see that, right? But on the computer, you do there, and you can recognize that you're in the right search box. If you click there, you will get all of these. Let me turn off the highlight because it might be more readable if you don't see that. You will see all of these options, filters. You won't see that if you click here. There's no filters. So then you're in the wrong place. You have to click here. Now you want to search what I said about timing. Then you click in, and you're searching in the channel resources. So start typing resources, and you will see that there is the icon. That's the matching icon, the book icon. Click there, and then just type in timing, and it's a smart search. So you will see that it also finds the word timing, and maybe it's this one that you were searching for. Insulate yourself against bad timing by using metronome. It's at 15 minutes in video 3.1. So you go to my book videos, and you go to video 3.1. Hello everyone. At 15 minutes, but you can also, of course, look at the chapters there. Sorry. Chapters at 15 minutes, more or less. There it is. Insulate yourself against bad timing. To click there, and bam, you're at the right space. If you can look at the video, I don't know why it's not full screen. Ah, there it is. With the metronome playing. So you see that there's this interaction going on, which will enable you to find stuff very fast. And this was just a single exercise about timing, but there's lots of stuff that you could search for. Maybe you've watched a video last week and you remember this topic. You can just search right here in the video index. Of course, you can also scroll through the video index and see if you can find something there. The nice thing on the computer is that if you search something, it will be highlighted. On a phone, it won't be highlighted, but you will see which video, so you have to search in the text. But it's fine. Okay, the next tile is backing tracks. So if you click there, click here. Again, you will get a message that you're leaving Discord. You will get that every time you click for the first time on a new tile. So just check mark, you trust the domain, you won't get it ever, and you won't ever get it again if you're going to the backing tracks. This will bring you to the playlist with the backing tracks. And for now, it's only the Gypsy Jazz backing tracks, because that's the more contemporary sounding backing tracks with piano and drums are not finished yet. They are being recorded. But once they are finished, I'll probably make an extra tile here, differentiating between Gypsy Jazz and bebop, something like that. But for now, you're in the Gypsy Jazz backing tracks, and you can find the backing track that goes with the chapter, because the chapter will list the backing track. So maybe you're working on backing track number 3, and the backing track starts, but again, we have the chapters. So maybe you're in working with the key of A flat, right? Here we go to A flat. I explain the complete workings of the backing track in the lesson videos, by the way, so don't worry about that. But maybe you work in A flat and you make a mistake, and you want to start it again. You just click on the A flat and you go back to A flat, right? Or you click here. You can also see the keys here. Don't watch these thumbnails, because the thumbnails are just what's on the screen at the moment you click. But I always start the chapters a little bit before the key, so that you have time to prepare. So if you're looking to play in the key of B or B7, you click here, and it will start a little bit before, and B7. Very handy to be able to search like that in the backing track. So that is the backing track tile. Then there are the Guitar Pro 8 files. So if you are a Guitar Pro 8 user, you can get the files that you can open in Guitar Pro 8. By clicking here, you can download them all. Then there is an online metronome. If you don't have a metronome on your phone, or you're using your phone for something else, you can use this great online metronome. You click here, you go there. Now this online metronome is the best one to use, because you can actually use my metronome system. If you don't know what my metronome system is, I explained it in the video. Maybe you don't know which video it is again. You go to my Discord, let's test it, right? You search in the resources channel. So can you click that, by the way? No, you have to actually type it. Resources, there we go. And you type metronome, enter. And you can see, well, there's of course the tile, but then I talk about it in video 3.1. That's not the one we're searching. 2.1, no. 1.1, explanation of my metronome system. So there is the video you're searching for, so you can watch it, and then you can use the metronome here. So let's say you wanted to use my metronome system. You need to be able to do a couple of things. You need to be able to stress the first beat. Well, there's a check mark for that. You need to be able to change the tempo, of course. Let's say you're practicing a tempo 160, 4 beats per bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And now you want to practice with the metronome on 1 and 3. Well, then you get 2 clicks per bar, and you have to divide the tempo by 2. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you want to do beat 2 and 4. You click this off, and you pretend that this is 2 and 4. So 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you want to practice with the click only on beat 1. Well, you do 1, because it's 1 click per bar, and you divide it by 2, and now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, right? Or you can make this beat 4. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is just a handy metronome to have if you can't use the metronome on your phone, and I sometimes do that, because then I need my phone for something else, and I just use this on my metronome. And of course you can bookmark this site, because it's not my site, but it's just very handy to have everything in one place accessible in the Discord. Okay. Now we have public backing tracks, which are just backing tracks on YouTube that are publicly available. If you want to practice some improv, you can access the backing track playlist also from my Discord. So that is how you practice on Discord. And again, you will see other people practice. You can talk to people, and you can watch my videos. Now, it's important to mention that you should never get stuck in a chapter. So let's say you are working on chapter 1, right? And you're doing the exercise in chapter 1.2, and it's not working, and you get frustrated. Don't feel like you couldn't progress to the next chapter if you can't do the exercise in 1.2. Just go on to the next chapter and the chapter beyond that, and keep working in the meantime on the previous exercises. Why? Because if you want to do the fun activity of leveling in my Discord, getting a new role, then you need to be able to perform the exercises. So that is what I want to talk about right now, right? So there is this channel called Leveling Instructions. And this will tell you how to level in my Discord or how to gain new roles in my Discord. How does that work? Well, I made seven roles, extra roles, only accessible to people that have the book. I made a post about that. Let's search for the post so that I don't make a mistake. I made a post about that in the general chat channel. So I search in general. Of course, there are two general channels because there's one right in the book section, general, but there's also one here. And I need the one with the blue icon. So this one. And then I made a post. And I know that this is one of the terms in it. Yeah, here it is. These are the titles that you can, or the roles that you can gain in my Discord. And they are based on the chess titles, right? The Grandmaster, Master, Candidate Master. So I took those ones, but put the word Jazz in front of them. So you get Jazz Master, Jazz National Master, Jazz Candidate Master, Van Hemert System Master, which is the same as the FIDE Master in chess, Jazz International Master, Jazz Grandmaster, Jazz Super Grandmaster. So to gain these roles in the Discord, and again, if you get those roles, you'll get a new color and a new category, and you will move up. You have to finish the exercise per chapter. So if you finish the exercise in chapter 1, you will get the Jazz Master title. If you finish the exercise in chapter 3, after you've done 1 and 2, you will get the Candidate Master, I think. I don't know the order by heart, but it's a really fun activity. And this channel will list how you get the levels. So I'm not going to go into it too much because I will make this very elaborate. Maybe I'll post a separate video showing you how to do it, but you can also just read it and you can ask me questions. But the most important thing is after you've done it, after you've made a video of the exercise, you have to DM me and I will review it. And don't worry, you don't have to film your face. It's just, you have to, it says it right here, you have to make sure that both hands and the neck of the guitar are visible. And you can use only one camera angle. That's maybe the most important thing. And you can only use one microphone, which records both the guitar that you're playing on and a little speaker with the backing track that you're playing it through. I'm doing that in my own videos. You can watch that, not a problem. Let's see, is there anything else I should say? Well, let me just say that this is just the start of the Discord channel. There will be more channels here. In fact, the first channel I'm going to make here is probably called Christian Trying to Level. And that's me on my alternate account trying to do the exercise myself because they are tricky. And I need to practice them myself to be able to level. And you can follow my journey there and might inspire you to try to do the same. What I also hope is that other people might make their own exercises based on my exercises and using my backing tracks, and then I can make another channel with your exercises, or maybe I would call them Van Hemert System Volume 2 mods, right? Modifications, mods. It's called in gaming, it's called mods. That would be funny, and there's lots more stuff we could do. I have so many plans, but let's just start here, and I think this is enough information to get you started. I'll be in the Discord to help you if you have questions. Don't worry about that. Let's go back to the studio. I hope that was clear. If it wasn't, you could watch it again, of course, but you can also join my Discord. You know now how, and you could always ask me questions. I am very active in the Discord, and I'm sure I will see it and reply to you. Another program I've started using recently is Guitar Pro 8, and that is actually a suggestion from a Discord member who's already a part of my public Discord. And he suggested to me that maybe I should find some integration with Guitar Pro 8 because it is being used by many guitar players. And I've heard of the program, but I didn't use it until now. I bought the program and it was very cheap for what you got, right? I've been using other programs like Sibelius and Finale, and they're very expensive programs, 10 times as expensive as Guitar Pro 8, which is $70 only for a lot of functionality. So if you are a Guitar Pro 8 user or you're thinking about it, I made a tutorial on how to use it with my materials. But if you're not a Guitar Pro 8 user and you're not interested in it, that's also not a problem. The book is perfectly usable without it, and you can just use my metronome instead. But for the best results, or for maybe the most fun results, you can combine Guitar Pro 8 with my metronome system, and I will explain that again while sharing my screen. Here we are in Guitar Pro 8. I'm going to assume you've never used this program. So I'll give you full instructions. You have opened the first file, which is called chapter 1, and it's a loop exercise at the end of the chapter. And well, the first thing you could do is you could just play, press the space bar. You know, it's a little bit of an exaggerated swing, but that's not bad because it's very good to practice it exaggerated, and then you can tone it down a little when you play live. But it's better to practice it more pronounced than not pronounced enough. You could practice with loops. So let me first show you that. Let's say you want to practice this first part. You select it by clicking and then shift clicking, and then you turn on the loop functionality here, and you can play along. You can try to match what you hear here, and it will just loop. Maybe you want to have a click, so you click here, click. Oh no, sorry, this is the click. If you want to hear a counting, click there. So you set it here, say that I want 1 bar counting before. And it does a counting every time. If you don't want that, you can turn off between loops. If you don't do that, it won't count in between loops. But I always have it on. Why? Because when I use this functionality, I actually use it like this. I go to here, and I click custom values, and I click progressive speed, because this is the power of Guitar Pro. And I say I'm going to start at 50% of the speed until 100. And I want the program to do it in increments of 10%, so it goes to 60%. And then I want every loop to repeat 3 times in the same tempo before it goes faster. But let's do now, for time purposes, just do 1 time. So it will just play once and then go faster. So let's listen. Pray. So this is half tempo, right? Great way to practice. Really good way to practice that short long of the swing. It will click a lot slightly faster. This is 60%. You can also see that 60% right now. And then it will go to 70%, of course. So I want to have a count in between the loops, because I don't want to guess the new tempo. This was only 1 repeat, but maybe I want every lick to repeat 3 times in this tempo, so then I would just put this at 3. So that is a great way, really great way to practice with Guitar Pro. I don't know any other program that you could do it like this. You can even just practice maybe 1 bar if you want to, right? Like that, or 2 bars, or whatever you want. Another thing you could do with Guitar Pro 8, let's say you want to figure out what the loop would be in other keys. Now I showed it in the videos, it's not that difficult, but maybe you want it visually on the screen, that could be. Then you can use Guitar Pro 8 for that. So just stand at the end, press arrow to the right to make an extra bar, and then you copy the whole thing. So click, shift click, Control C to copy, and then, or you could right click and copy, and then here, right click here and do paste. And it has pasted the same thing again, right? So this is the same. Maybe you could make a double bar line there, right here. Let me turn on the highlight right there. Oh, so extend there, double bar to make sure that I know that it starts again here. You could even put a chord symbol. Let's say I want to see what the lick would look like in the key of F. So click the first note, just click T and type F. Now you have F. You can also press A, but I always do, you can also, let's say you want to remove that, T, remove. You can also press A, and you get rid of this chord symbol dialog, but I always prefer T, because if it's a minor, and I want to press F minor, I can do a minus, which I like, and you cannot do that with the other box. You can only press the M for minor. So, okay, but we want, you want F major, so. Of course, the lick is still in G. I need to transpose it. So what you do is you select everything, and then you go to Tools, Transpose, and you want to transpose this 2 semitones down, right? G to G flat would be 1 semitone, to F would be 2 semitones. So we go 2 semitones minus 2. And then we have the lick in F. And the great thing is it will keep the fingerings or the strings the same, right? It doesn't move the note to other strings. So that's really a great function. And now you can actually look and look or try and say, well, this is a lot of open strings. What would this loop 1 be an octave higher? So check here, like this would be the first, so 6 bars. So 6 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. I want the octave higher. So again, tools, transpose, 12 semitones higher. And now you have the lick octave higher, but it keeps the same string. So it's a great tool to work out maybe some difficult, tricky keys, and you can just look at it in Guitar Pro and you can practice with it. By the way, if you want, let's say you want the same layout that I have, like 3 bars, you can just press here, designer mode, and now you can say, okay, I want 3 bars here, so I want -1 bar, -1 bar. So I have 3, and here I want also 3 bars like that. Click it again, and now you see you have 3 bars, just like I had it here. So that's how you can even modify my files and get bigger files if you want to. And I would save it then under another name so that you always have the original file if you want to get back to the original, or you can always go to my Discord and download them again, right? Okay, that's Guitar Pro 8, and I would actually combine this with my metronome system. So first use, if you have Guitar Pro 8, first use Guitar Pro 8 to use the custom values progressive speed, and then use my metronome system to really get the timing good at a very subtle level. Let's go back to the studio. So far, the explanation for online integration and Guitar Pro 8 might very well be that I forgot to explain something or something was not clear. Don't hesitate to ask me questions. It's only helpful for me, so I can maybe record another video and add that to the book and make it even clearer. But maybe it was clear, and that would be great. I would say give it a try. Even if you're not interested in it, just join my Discord and you could just hang out there and talk to other people. You don't have to participate in that leveling game, although it is fun and it is maybe good motivation to practice. If not for anything else, you'll be spending a lot of time practicing, spending time with the guitar, which is the point, right? You can only get better by spending a lot of time with the guitar. And if that leveling game in the Discord is making you do that, then that is all I can ask for. Hopefully I will see you in the Discord, and it's time to start with video 1.1.